Orla. First of all, can I welcome the students to the gallery and assure you that despite what has been said, we don't live, myself and my government colleagues, we don't live in an ivory tower. Our feet are firmly on the ground. And despite what one of my colleagues accused us of a few minutes ago of having our heads down, in fact, I was taking notes on what he said so that I could respond to them. What we hear is this kind of just bluster and it's just false what is being said here today. So what I want to do is look at the reality. And in that context, I want to raise an issue that's often ignored in this debate, and that is the flexibility of the tertiary system, which leads to third-level degrees, and the real and expanding supports for students, both in terms of access and financial supports in that system. That's a priority for the department. So, these courses provide a pathway through further education to degree qualification in areas like software development, hospitality services and healthcare. We have recently announced the launch of a new programme for September 2025, which includes programmes in critical areas such as occupational therapy, social care and nursing. This is another example of where we are supporting students, is that in 2024, for the first time, supports were made available to part-time students on certain part-time courses under the Student Grant Scheme. This is the first time this happened, and there were 62 eligible courses. But this year, the number of courses will almost double to 109. And that's a really important support for students. And it's a good example of where this government is listening and is addressing some of the identified needs of students. And it's a clear example of how we are expanding access to third-level qualifications and addressing the lived realities of so many people's lives. As I said, there is a broad range of pathways in further ed and training, allowing learners to progress in their education, especially in areas of high demand. For example, learners can step into the future with a one-year traineeship in AI and computer fundamentals, or a traineeship in renewable construction technologies that offer hands-on experience. And there's more apprenticeships on offer now more than ever before, alongside the traditional craft apprenticeships, which have seen a 35% increase in new registration over the last 5 years. There are consortia apprenticeships in areas like IT, biopharma and finance. 4 new apprenticeships were launched in 2024, adding to the growing number. We added advanced manufacturing engineering level 8, digital marketing level 6, social work level 9 and software solutions architecture level 9. And the apprenticeship model is earn as you learn. Again, expanding access, providing different pathways and supporting students and their families in tertiary education. As I said, this is often ignored in the debate, but it does provide a real pathway for many students to attain their degrees and further education. The numbers accessing higher education in Ireland are way above the European average, something that I learned as an MEP. Can I finally say, this government is committed to progressing towards a system that is less reliant on temporary subventions and more focused on equitable and permanent solutions. And that's why the government fully intends to deliver on the programme for government commitment to reduce the student contribution over the lifetime of the government.
Thank you, Minister.
That promise was made and that promise will be delivered.
Deputy Fionn O'Sullivan.